Alright, bands this where we have Scorp, Herc, and Kingpin. Boss Island, Mangog Boss. You've got Titania, Cassie, Quicksilver, S99. Could even do Silk, and just heavy off the relic into a special attack. Bishop, Future, Ant-Man, Omega Sentinel should still work. Hulkling, Rintrah, Tigra, Wiccan, Future Ant-Man, Hulkling, probably even, sure Tigra would be fast enough. If not, AoE kicking in. Maybe you would want to go with CGR or Valk. And then Null, easiest is Absorbing Man, but you can get away with pretty much anyone. Shared Islands, Man-Thing, Titania or Cassie, Chavez, Quicksilver, Cassie, Silk, Adam, you've got Doom, got Claire, Korg, you've got Omega Red, could also go with Kitty Pryde, Mojo, you got Silk, Quicksilver, Cassie, Kindred, Silk, Quicksilver, Cassie, Sasquatch, Silk, Quicksilver, Cassie, Rintrah, Silk, Cassie, Titania, and then Wiccan, Silk, Quicksilver, and Cassie. I want to mention that Photon got added to Decay as well, so all of those sugar pill options on the shared islands, she's an option for as well. Path 1 here, Doom and Gore, go ahead and take with Tigra, Wiccan, or Rintrah. Thing, Valkyrie, Black Cat, or Crossbones. And then Sauron, Civil Warrior, or Omega Sentinel. Omega Sentinel is going to be far and away the better option, though. Path 2, Section 1, you could just use Corvus and ramp him there if you wanted him later. Or you can just bring strict hard counters, attack option for Emma and a skill option like Fury or Moment for Mr. Fantastic. And then a decay option for long shot there, Quicksilver, Silk, Cassie, probably your better ones. Just look out with Cassie and miss in special attacks. And then Weapon X, Nimrod or Nebula. Path 3 doesn't really have any quote-unquote challenge to it. So just bring any counters you're comfortable with these champions. The node really isn't going to come into play with the setup there. Path 4, for the science options, bring Mole Man, Fury, Shang-Chi, Crossbones. For Claire, bring Silk, Quicksilver, Cassie. For War Machine, you can bring Hulkling and get yourself the special 2 before he ever throws special 1. Or you could just use any other Cosmic and push War Machine to special 2. Path 5, Maw and Doom can be taken probably with the same champ. Actually, note, if you take Maw with Quicksilver or Silk, Silk or Titania for Doom. And then for Quicksilver, Mole Man or Fury. And then for Guardian, Hulkling, CGR. Make sure to duped CGR. Path 6, Venom, bring a Mystic option. Doom's going to be your easiest since he power steals as well. And then the rest of Path 6, use a Decay option, so Silk, Quicksilver, Cassie all work. Path 7, Infinity War Iron Man, could be another Corvus setup if you want, or you can use Hulkling or Gallon. Kingpin, Omega Red, or Apocalypse, or you can go with Kitty Pryde or Namor. Scorp, you can use Hulkling there as well, but you can bring Shang-Chi, Fury, Mole Man, and then Mephisto, you can actually go Blade, Anti-Venom. I did think you could use Quicksilver. He would help with the aura damage and the power gain. So he might actually be a realistic option from the Decay standpoint. Path 8, CGR and Gallon I would just take with Tigra, Rintrah, or Wiccan. And then for Warlock, you've got Nebula, and you also have Gallon and Hulkling. And then for Wong, decay options, so Quicksilver, Silk, and Cassie. Path 9, Kitty Pryde there, Omega Sentinel or Nimrod. For Shuri, you would go with Hulkling, or you can go ahead and try CGR if you're comfortable with that. Photon, probably a real fun Mantis fight. Otherwise, I would probably go Jabari Panther or Crossbones. And then Spidey Supreme, Quicksilver, or Cassie. So that does it for defense. Let's take a look at attack. All right, so War 5, I picked Path 6. I've got 2 shared fights on the shared islands and then the boss fight. So taking in Titania, Doom, and Silk here, pretty much all of Path 6, if you watch the defense, was decay option. So Silk is going to get a lot of the load here. And then Doom, his only fight is this Venom here. What we have to look out for is they added a node ability here where if the prowess is removed, he gains a burst of power. So I'm going to try to avoid giving him prowess until we get to the special 3. And then from there, we're just going to be able to rotate. So I'm going medium, light, heavy. This allows us to place the stagger and begin removing Venom's buffs for us to gain power. But also puts us in a nice spot to be ready to start nullifying any prowess buffs right after this special 3. So we got to special 3 quick, pushed him to special 2, into the rotation. Gonna gain a little too much power, so I stop just short. Light attacking there. We didn't remove that prowess. That probably would have pushed him to special 3, maybe close. Not a big deal though. He ends up dying from Incinerate. So super duper quick fight. Next 3 fights are all Silk because they are all sugar pill tactic. So Decay stepping in here. Could also use the Titania that I brought. Really just brought her in case I decided to take the boss, which I did. So here, I mean, nothing special. It's just combo heavy into special 2 win game. It's pretty much all these fights are, except for maybe the 3rd Silk fight on this path. And that's just because I want to push that defender to special 2, but we'll get there. So going pretty quick. I think a couple of the defenders later have suicides on or recoils on. And down goes Juggernaut from heal reversal. She is now Sig 180. Whew. I did put 6 stones into her, but I think to 120, and then I just kept pulling her from the feature crystal. Dragonman next, taking it with Silk as well. Same thing as Juggernaut. So combo to the special 2, and a combo with a heavy into the special 2, win game. Pretty much a nothing node here for Dragonman. It's not going to benefit from the node much at all besides the passive prowess damage. Decide to just let auto evade help us there. So you don't have to worry about any block damage or just constantly trying to dodge into this special 2. Beefier defender than that Juggernaut was. Oh, yeah, so Dragonman here does have recoil, so I did remember that right. Letting the evade kick in here as well. And then into another combo. Was going to end with the special 1. Did enough damage in the combo chain that we didn't need to. Mysterio here, like I said, the 3rd fight for Silk on this path, a little bit different. These we're not going to be ending with heavy at the end of our combo. If he is at a bar or more, we are going to try and turtle and push him to special 2. Looking out for those obvious heavies. And again, recoils placed with this defender. So, yeah, tier 4. Easily notice a few differences. Rank champions, for one. Almost rarely fighting a rank 2 or rank 5. There are very few on the map. Some defenders have recoils, It's not always, but maybe 1 or 2 people placed with the recoils. And then the other difference is you'll probably notice I don't actually duel or practice my fights before I take them. There's a Kindred early or later in this video that I do actually watch a how-to, just because I have not practiced against Kindred outside of using Mr. Negative. So I would suggest checking out Vega's video. He does a nice little breakdown on what worked for him, and I used that to kind of give me an idea of how to play this Kindred later. Rintrah, I have not taken him with Silk, I want to say, in the proper way. I wouldn't even say this is the proper way. I'm pretty sure you can full combo end with a heavy, and because you have that slow, you can just go bonkers. But he does go stun immune, so maybe that's not true. What I stuck with here was medium light into a heavy when I was able to place debuffs, since this has right back at it, makes him debuff immune. And then really focused on heavy retaliating his heavy. Now I took a combo because my heavy was short once. After that I started putting a light in so that I could heavy, and then I decided go to special 3s and just heavy spam him against the wall. There I thought Rintrah was going to come in, try to intercept him with the relic. And you can tell here it's going kind of slow. I do kind of speed it up a bit later. I start paying attention to when right back at it comes off, and I actually have the opening to place debuffs before I throw a heavy. But yeah, this was a pretty long fight, but a very safe fight. Never really felt worried about anything. Oh, that's what I was paying attention to. I actually started throwing special attacks while I had the Fury instead of going to special 3. Thought special 3 was the route, but for Rintrah, I don't think it is. Something I have to practice more. And here he's just going to keep throwing special 1s, so we're going to be debuff immune for most of the fight. So I decide to go to a special 3 again here at the end, especially since it's pretty much over. I just need to get there. And there we did the heavy to get the Fury before we threw the special 3. He's stunned, so it should just be these heavies, and there we go. So it's a successful fight. Move on to this Kindred. So it's going to be obvious that I did not duel. For one, I was kind of avoiding Silk's own heavy because it is a stun, and Kindred will go stun immune. The biggest thing I practiced, though, was getting him to throw special 1 and then coming in on it. I obviously didn't practice retaliating the heavy that well. And then I'm going to get hit with the end of a special 2. So I didn't ever practice what his special 2 is going to look like. So he's stun immune here. But you can see we're not taking the hazard shift damage. There we're pausing his little infection. Although he's already at 50. So we're not really doing anything to it. But we're not, because of decay, we are not taking his degen damage. So that's what I really wanted to practice here. The fact that he's on a hazard shift node and she's decay. I wanted to see with a conflictor node where he's going to get a lot of power. I wanted to see how well she was going to do at preventing all the damage from this node. And she actually did a really, really good job. And I wouldn't consider her one that can maintain debuffs. She has easy access to them. But it helps, obviously, with decay. And him being a tactic, a sugar pill option. So if this was a mystic that wasn't a sugar pill, it would be a lot harder, because then we don't have these 5 withers pretty much guaranteeing that we prevent any damage, DOT damage. So here, I started paying attention more to when I could stun. Can't stun here, so we're not going to end with a heavy. I got to special 3. I just want to I want to wait till we get rooted before throwing the special 3, since we're so close. I didn't want to throw it and then be caught without a special attack. And yeah, this was pretty much it. I got to special 3. As soon as I got rooted, I threw it. And then once we come out of it, I just ended the route and ended the fight. So pretty solid. Yeah, makes him a lot easier on hazard shift. That he's Sugar Pill and she's Decay. And then the boss fight. So I wasn't really sure. My Titania is unduped. She's only ranked 1. This is a rank 2 Mangog. I wasn't sure what the resistance is, how this was going to go. She did become a Decay option recently. And what I totally forgot about until I got in this fight was that every Wither I'm going to place gives her a Fury. Since every debuff she places gives her a Fury, even if it's not her own debuff. So that made it a way more confident fight for me to get past the resistances. I didn't go special 3 here. Decided I wanted to play it safe. Not really. It doesn't scream safety to me to come out of a special 3 and just constantly chain heavies. So I just went to special 2 to get that physical vulnerability debuff on him. And then I was just going to spam special 1s. And that's the fight. At one point, I am going to reach 50, maybe a little more than 50 Furies. So a duped Titania, specifically Max Sig, is just going to have a crazy amount of Furies and just make this boss a total potato. I mean, the passive power gain is super slow thanks to the Withers. We're just wailing on him in the corner. We're constantly building Furies. Because of the Wither, we're getting to the Haymaker a lot faster. And again, duped would make it even more insane. So yeah, this was a really satisfying fight, even though it takes a while. But it was so safe. This is so safe. So Titania was being banned, I'm sure, at the tier 1 level before she became Tactic, and now with her Tactic, it's just silly. Plus, I think there's a synergy. It gives her a lot of burst with either She-Hulk or Hulk that I didn't take advantage of, obviously. So, yeah. I mean, this is just as satisfying with any of the Decay options, to be honest. This was just the easiest one for me to work in. I still really wish my Quicksilver was not on defense. Anyways, yeah, this is the fight. I hope you guys enjoy it. It was pretty easy, and I hope you guys enjoyed the war. So if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit subscribe. If you like the video, give it a like. But yeah, this video will probably get posted on Monday night instead of Sunday night. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great night, and I will see you guys at War 6.